Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Last Man on Earth. I think this is episode 12. Hopefully, it is. So, yes, this is Last Man on Earth episode review slash recap. And, of course, the episode starts with a recap. But, of course, the recap is centered around Phil's life, other Phil's life. Excuse me, from start to finish. So, Carol made a. Carol made a. Oh yeah, she made a design so everyone can look at other Phil, but don't have to look into the coffin. Yeah, it's a drawing, and my gosh. And Todd is singing, "I get knocked down, but I want to dead." Yeah, he sung that song with Gail's recording. I think that was it. Yeah, so Phil is doing a eulogy. He's doing it. He's giving him a Viking funeral. Apparently, Erica said he wouldn't want that. Gail and Erica, of course, said their goodbyes to him. Todd gave a little small goodbye, and Phil actually gave him a decent one. Not a horrible one where it's like, draw out and say, "Why? Why was it me?" He didn't do anything like that. It was actually pretty decent. And Phil's saying as he actually pushed the boat into sea, I forgot what he was trying to sing, but whatever. He tries to arrow the boat. He tries to aim a flaming arrow at the boat, but he fails so many times. It's kind of sad. I would have hoped that he actually would have just passed it on to someone else to do it. Maybe Erica would have done it. So it would be like an interesting tradition where it's like, when it comes to Viking ones, it's like if the person was close to you, you get to do it. So it would have been kind of cool. Anyways. So, after the funeral, you got Phil and Carol. They talk. Phil thinks other Phil was like a brother to him, and Carol, for the first time ever, actually made a decent point. That the fact that the reason why he is treating Phil like a brother, other Phil like a brother, is kind of like going to terms of losing Mike, because he doesn't know yet that Mike is alive. But for right now, he's just using this as a goodbye for Mike as well. Carol is bashing Todd, though, for declining Melissa's proposal, and then Phil decided, oh, why not? And he told Carol about Gail and Todd, their relationship that blossomed. So Carol wants to tell Melissa, and then Phil told her to promise, and yeah, just like my mom said, yeah, right. And turns out she did the usual trick of saying, nope, I didn't promise. But Phil figured it out, and now she actually truly had to promise. That's good. So yeah, my gosh, Todd and Gail talks. Todd doesn't want Melissa to know about this thing yet, and Gail still has Gordon in quotations. The doll that she makes out with, the resuscitation doll or CPR doll. She still has that dressed up as Gordon. And she gave him enough time, a decent amount of time, for him to actually get to the point of where he actually can say, Melissa, I'm dating Gail now. So right now, we're still taking time bomb. Anyway, Melissa is breaking all of Carol's ornaments. Yeah, she's like, I'll get you new ones. So Carol tries to go, yeah, because she walks up from the hill, and then she's like, oh, frick, and she tries to walk away, but Melissa says, come here. And Melissa brings up the lots of stuff, and it's like, oh, why are you doing this? And then it turns out, it's like, she brings up the proposal decline, and Carol tries to definitely run for it, and she does. Then we got Phil and all the others actually having the lounge session, the lounging when they actually just hang out together. So Phil wrote a song, but Melissa and Gail are like, okay. And he doesn't know how to play guitar. He couldn't play the guitar when it came to it. So everyone was like, what? And Carol is the only one who's over there who's like, yeah, nice song. Which is kind of good. I mean, at least she does support him in times of stuff like this. Anyways, Phil is a bit sad about the death, and it figures like, yeah, he's truly sad about it. No crocodile tears at all. No trying to actually make people like him better. He actually is doing this personally, but I think it's because, like Carol said, for the first time ever that was actually true, is that he wrapped up other Phil's death along with Mike's death, wrapped that all together, and it's a massive storm going on. Anyways, Melissa is a total wreck. She's a wreck. And personally, I'm like, yeah, she kind of deserves it after all those harsh things that she did to Phil. No offense. I mean, technically, those are kind of needed, but on the other hand, it's like it's not really that needed though. Yeah, it's like, my gosh, it's sometimes, and no offense to girls out there, but it's sometimes where you take things too far and you straight up do it for too long. It's kind of like someone destroyed your sandcastle. So I go over there, I destroy your sandcastle because you destroyed mine, and then I keep on stomping on it. Then I stomp on your bucket, and I stomp on your shovel. You see? It's gone too far. It's like you kick the freaking thing. That's it. You kicked his sandcastle. That's it. He kicked yours. You kick his. That's it. But no, you continued on. You destroyed the freaking pail. You destroyed his freaking shovel. If he had a radio nearby, you actually destroyed that too. You see, that's exactly what Melissa did, and many girls actually do, which is like you just had to kick the sand. You just had to kick the sandcastle. That's it. Anyways, back to where we are. So Melissa's a wreck, and she's wearing Carol's boots. Well, Carol's gift that she gave her. And Todd walks in, and Melissa wants Todd's company, and yes, she was able to get it. Yes. In her case, it's like a nice little victory for her. And Phil wants to get closer to other Phil. So he wears his shirt, which he kind of wore all the time. He truly cared that someone died. I mean, I'm just making sure I know that this is not fake. This is not like a writer stunt where he's like, oh, he's just doing it to make everyone like him again. Yeah, like, damn you, writers. Just damn you. Anyways, he tries the other Phil's cologne, and it turns freaking out, which is like, oh my freaking gosh. It's like, oh my freaking gosh. The other Phil actually did have a middle name. What the fuck? It's like, wow. So it's like so many counts where it's like, dude, this is messed up, freaking Phil. Other Phil, this is messed the freak up. There's like many things that Tandy, aka Phil, did. Where when it comes to Stacy, that's his middle name, Stacy, aka Other Phil. It's like, what? So Phil left Todd in the freaking desert, but he couldn't do it. Other Phil did it to Phil, and he never actually looked back. He continued driving. Phil decided to say, hey, here's my middle name. And then we got other Phil who said, I don't have a middle name, which it turns out he did. Stacy. This is like a messed up thing where it came to like Mandark. Sorry for segues, but Mandark actually had his name be Susan. And it's like, holy frick, no wonder you didn't want to tell anyone your real name. Alright, sorry. Let's continue on. So we also see in the driver's license that he has that he had a receding hairline. His hairline was so losing it. It was like exactly what Phil said. George, you know, the guy from Good Times. I don't remember, whatever. George Jefferson does it. Well, anyways, Todd and Gail, they're together again. Gail is sad. In quotation, well, Gail is sad about the death, and she is horny from it somehow, for some reason. So she wants Todd to, and Gail is a bit pissed that he actually had plans with Melissa, because yeah, that's kind of blocking. That's blocking, Melissa. That's blocking, but you don't even know anyways. So it's like, yeah. So Gail actually has a bottle of wine or champagne, and she just puts it in the big cup. She emptied the whole entire bottle in the big cup and drank from it. And Todd again covers. Like before, when they were talking before, they actually covered the whole thing, so no one's suspicious. Anyway, Phil's go to his counsel. He goes to counseling. He goes to the all ball people, and he just talks about the fact that the other Phil did have a middle name, and more feelings are let out because, well, he's still grieving over his death. Well, anyways, an interesting miracle is that the cow had a calf. So before they actually ate the bull actually had sex with their cow. That's good. That's good. Thank goodness. I mean, I was like, oh, frick. Well, anyways, Phil goes to Erica with a taped up crib, and he tries to be the other Phil's son's dad, or kid's dad. The tape didn't hold that much, and then Erica tells Phil that the other Phil told him one of his last dying words is to don't let Phil raise his kid. And at this point, I'm like, I'm not sure if she's making it up / saving herself, or if it actually is true. But I do kind of remember that he did kind of whisper to Erica a little thing before he died. Anyway, Phil decided to wreck the crib because, well, the crib is already wrecked anyways, so the tape wasn't holding anyways. So, anyways, Phil was in a tequila bath, tequila pool in a pool again, and he's aiming at it all that is actually other Phil, resembles other Phil, trying to hit it, and yet still he misses. Next, we have Todd and Melissa hanging out. She is truly lonely at this point because of what she looks like and how she is now. It's like, I think I like her again. And everyone's like, oh, everyone who's watching this, who's been watching this for quite a while, will be like, oh, you serious? I'm like, yeah, she did some messed up bad things, but she's still a person. She's still kind of cute. And to see her actual heart instead of this, you know, tough gusto heart that's actually strong, and if you try to throw it at someone, it'll most likely break their face instead of actually smushing. I like her again. Yeah, I would actually continue to now repair and may even do the kind of miniseries that spin off from this again. But anyways, so she advances on Todd, and Todd stole a kiss. Well, she stole a kiss from Todd, and then Todd lets her continue. Ooh. And then Todd takes Erica. Oh, sorry. I meant to put Phil takes Erica to other Phil's room. And Phil decided to freaking frame other Phil with porno mags and drugs. I thought when he was taking her in there, I thought he was gonna be like, yeah, see, he lied. He did have a middle name. But of course she apparently went in there 3 hours ago. So maybe she does know that he has a middle name. Maybe she didn't look. Anyways, I guess that secret will die now since the license been burned. Anyways, Erica is sorry about the other Phil refusing the whole idea of him raising the baby. Yeah. Anyways, Carol and Melissa, this happens. So Melissa told Carol that they kissed, and Carol kind of spills the beans a little bit by saying, oh, did you tell Gail? It's like, oh my gosh, you fool. And Melissa's hopeful that they're getting back together. Okay, well, anyways, Phil burns other Phil's stuff, and Phil actually strips because apparently he was wearing shirt and pants. And this is where I'm like, oh, so this is how Mike gonna find him. He's gonna find him by this bonfire that happens. Not yet, apparently. So the coffin actually arrives ashore. Looks like the makeshift boat actually crashed, and now here's the body again. So, yeah, commercial break. Phil says he will not raise or want to raise the baby. And Erica finds him freaking out some, and she tells him to just let it go. And she was about to tell him, like, we have a saying in Australia, and Phil sadly misunderstands and says, that's not a knife, this is a knife. It's like, oh my gosh, man, damn you, Crocodile Dundee. Damn your existence, man. Damn your existence. All Australians most likely are getting bashed from that, aren't you? Yeah, you are getting bashed just like me personally. It's like I get bashed of, you like watermelon, right? You like fried chicken, right? You like grape soda, don't you? It's like, the only way how you actually can truly bash me and actually true is say, oh, you watch Kel Mitchell, don't you? You love orange soda, don't you? I'm like, yep. When I was a kid, I truly liked orange soda. And I kind of like it now, too. Sunkiss, you rule. Sponsored by Sunkiss. Anyways, Carol goes to Todd and haunts him for what he did. And apparently Carol even kissed him. What the? Even though I think that's like a kiss of death or some kind of thing. Or kiss of betrayal, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, Phil and Erica say their goodbyes properly. She made him drop the brother act. She made him drop the whole friend act and just said bye, Phil. And of course, secretly he says bye, brother. So at the end of this episode, it looks like just like how Phil and Todd actually got their relationship patched up. Now you have Phil and Erica's relationship kind of getting patched up a little bit. So that's good. I think Gail might have had one too. I had a moment like that too. Anyways. Yeah, so there you go. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for another episode recap and review of The Last Man on Earth. Have a good day and good week, folks.